Alrighty guys, happy Wednesday, happy Veterans Day, November 11th, a nice good workout coming your way. Monday we did, was it a major different warm-up? No, but I had at least 15 people text me the last 2 days, like, oh my gosh, I love that warm-up. It felt like we got really, really warm and really involved in the workout, which is awesome. I love that. But so we're not doing the same warm-up today, but don't be surprised if you do see that more often. When I get positive feedback like that, it's always helpful. I don't really get a lot of feedback, good or bad. So I'm assuming you guys like everything we do. But again, I got a lot of positive feedback on how that really got them warm. But anyhow, we have a core warm-up today. We have a balancing pulling workout, the opposite of Monday's stability pushing. We've got all come with pushing. We have a lot of work to do, so we need to get to work. So we have a nice good core warm-up to do, which means we're going to be on the ground for a couple minutes. And I do want to move our bodies by all means, but we have a core warm-up. So when you're ready, let's hop on the ground. I do want you thinking abs and core, but I need your body to get warm. I need your joints to get warm. So we got our 10 slow scissors, our 10 slow runners, our 10 swimmers. We're gonna do our rotational planks, our elevator planks. Everything's only 10. And if you ever despise something, you're always allowed to repeat something. So here we go. 10 scissors, legs straight, arms straight, torque and leverage. I know we're not warming up a lot of joints, like your hips and your knees and your ankles as far as loading, but I want your body to get warmed up and engaged and focused. 10 scissors, torque, leverage, abs, core. You'll then have 10 runners, and of course the ground runners is elbows to knees. You're crossing your body. You've got a little more motion and mobility. 10 on your runners, elbows to knees. Again, we're not in a hurry, and I only reflected on the warm-up thing just because I had so much positive feedback, but this is not that crazy of a warm-up. 10 swimmers can be on your hands and knees, or you can be laying on your stomach. Both are called prone swimmers. Hands and knees incorporates a little bit of balance. You got a little more motion, so you have potentially more mobility. Laying on your stomach, you're supported, and you might have more contraction. So both are good 10 prone swimmers. After your 10 prone swimmers, I know you may not like them, but it's only 10. 10 rotational planks. If you despise them, you can go back and do your your sit-up scissors again. 10 rotational planks. Again, you are getting warm, getting loose, turning that body on, breathing. Let's get that oxygen in and CO2 out. 10 on your rotational planks. Remember, I'm always trying to be a little bit ahead of you. I want the warm-up to have a touch of pace. I want to push you a little bit, but I also need your body turning on correctly. After your 10 rotational planks, you've got 10 elevator planks. If you despise elevator planks, you can do 10 V-ups. Elevator planks don't create momentum and don't shift. You're trying to keep your body still, right? As you go up and down. Doing the rotations and the movements is not what we're trying to do. 10 elevator planks or 10 V-ups. Again, we are engaging our body, turning things on, loading up the body. You're then going to have 10 plank swimmers. And again, if you despise it, you can do your 10 regular swimmers. Plank swimmers, whether you're in a low plank or a high plank, plank swimmers, opposite arm, opposite leg, a little coordination, a little balance, a little bit of work on your 10 plank swimmers, getting the body turned on. You'll then take your time. Again, I'm not saying you should be there yet, but you'll then get off the ground and we'll do our 10 standing scissors, our 10 standing runners, and our 10 jack-o'-lanes just to make sure we have more things warmed up. We're adding a touch of pace, right? I wanted to push you a little bit on this core warm-up. I didn't want you going fast. 10 standing scissors, 10 standing runners, and your 10 jack-o'-lanes. So you're nice and ready for your workout today. Let's work. Let's work. Oh, we're getting involved, we're getting ready, blood flowing a little bit, core temperature warming up a little bit. You're breathing a little more. After those 10 standing runners, you're on your 10 jack-o'-lanes. Get big, baby. Get big. Get big. Get tall. Get big. Cross that body. Get warm. Get loose. Get funky. Again, the other day I really got you warmed up. We then cooled it down on a hip routine to get going. Blah, 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 blah. Today we have 4 circuits, so we actually need to get to work. That's why our warm-up was a little shorter, but I also wanted to push the envelope a tiny bit with core and moving up. Right side balancing rows is the intent. Okay, the other day we did stability pushes. You can balance on either leg, and I actually encourage you to mix up what leg you're gonna balance on. So mix up your balancing leg, but it's a right side row, and that's gonna be our 30 down by 5, like we did our stability push, 30 down by 5. Like the other day, the combos are gonna be simple with our chest, shoulders, and triceps. Again, we did them the other day, we're gonna do them today. Just simple. And that way I can say, we're doing a low, bad balance. We're doing a low rep kind of day. I know it sounds like a high rep day with the 1-arm rows, but our combo reps are shorter. And so I can say, hey, it's a low rep kind of day. I want you focused. Mix up your balancing leg. Balance on the right leg, balance on the left leg, but this circuit is right side row, and it's gonna be 30 down by 5. Set 1 and set 6 on both circuits is gonna be 10 chest presses. Whether you do 10 slow push-ups or you lay on something and do 10 chest presses, it's only 10. So let's do it slowly. When your 30 rows are done, I want something steady and slow. You're eventually gonna do 4 sets of 10 on your chest. So if you can't go heavy, I want you to go slow. If you can go heavy, it's gonna force you to go slow. 10, only 10. The other day we did our lats, traps, and biceps pulling, and they were only 10. Today is chest, shoulders, triceps, pushing, and they're only 10. Round 2, I'm not saying you should be there. Round 1 was 30 balancing rows with your 10 pushes. Round 2 is 25 right balancing rows. Fair warning, quick reminder, you literally just did 30. Your 10 pushes don't take very long, so now you're back on your 25 right rows. So don't be surprised if this set is significantly harder than your first set. 25 right balancing rows. Get low, stay low, and row. This is actually why I wasn't too worried about not warming up your legs too much, although we're not doing mobility on our legs. When you balance on them, you're using the muscles. So when we get to our leg circuit, I'm not too worried. Definitely want to make sure you're safe doing them. After your 25 right balancing rows, you have 10 shoulder presses. Whether you're sitting tall or standing tall, dumbbells or kettlebell, barbells, whatever you have, 10 shoulder presses. And a reminder, the other day you had a choice of stability pushing chest and stability pushing shoulders. Whether you mix them up or not is up to you. So maybe you felt your chest or shoulders. Round 3, I know it feels like it's fast, slow it down. Round 3 is 20 right balancing rows, and then you'll do your 10 triceps. You've got dips, you got kickbacks, you got overheads, you got skull crushers. You'll do triceps on rounds 3 and 4 on both circuits. So I know it feels fast today. We just have a leg oblique circuit that will take longer. 20 right balancing rows, get low, stay low, and row. You're definitely loading up your leg as you're gonna get low and row. You got that balance. You've got a little weight deviation. You've got unilateral load if you're same arm, same leg. You've got bilateral load if you're opposite arm, opposite leg. Remember, both situations are good. 20 right rows, 10 triceps. You got dips, you got kickbacks, you got overheads, you got skull crushers. You're gonna do triceps this round and the next round. Feel free to mix up your exercises as you wish. But I do want you to maximize time under tension and possible load when you're doing your pushing today. No rush. Round 4, 15 right balancing rows, and then you'll do your 10 triceps again. I always say it, everybody has different tools at home. If you're rowing with an 8-pound dumbbell, you're gonna have a different experience than a 25-pound dumbbell or a 40-pound dumbbell. If you have a nice big open space, you might feel like you have more room for work. Currently, we don't need that space, but just the feeling of it. You also could be energized on a Wednesday morning. Round 4 is your 15 right balancing rows and your 10 overhead triceps again. Or dips or kickbacks, right? Your triceps, you're repeating them. You'll do this on the first circuit and later on the third circuit. Again, round 4 is 15 right balancing rows. And a reminder, your hands are going to be a factor holding this weight. Round 5, 10 right balancing rows, and then you're going to do your 10 shoulder presses again. The goal when you get back through these upper body pushes is that maybe you change the weight. Maybe it's heavier, maybe it's a different tool, maybe you slow it down. Remember, time under tension is another way to increase load. Bigger motion, heavier physical weight. Round 5 is 10 right balancing rows with your 10 shoulder presses. If you feel like you're behind, please don't. I have to talk about the next circuit, and the next circuit is slow on the legs and obliques, so you have plenty of time. And of course, for those that are going fast, I guarantee you're feeling that right hand, that right wrist, that right forearm. And I want your right traps and lats. I don't want your other things. Round 6, 5 right balancing rows. And then you do your 10 chest again. Don't worry, we'll do our chest, shoulders, triceps again on the next circuit. They were nominal, right? We did them on Monday with stability single side pushing. So today we're just gonna load them up if we can. And like most of our workouts, when you know what to do, go make your changes. If it can be heavier, awesome. If it has to be slower, awesome. If it can be bigger, awesome. If you're gonna change your tool, you can lay on the ground, lay on a ball, lay on a bench. Push-ups could be hands on the ground, hands on a bench, feet on a bench. TRX push-ups. When we go through them again later on, it could be heavier, it could be slower, it could be more motion. Alrighty, I'm going to talk about the right leg, right oblique circuit. Okay? That last circuit and the third circuit, they're intended to have a little bit of pace. I want to slow it down and do it right. All of our right legs are going to be 15, 15. I want to give you the different legs. All of your right obliques are 25. Every round adds up to 40. Neither of them are 40. It's 240 right legs and right obliques. I would love it if you held on to weight. Okay? If you don't hold on to weight, cool. Slow it down. Set one. If you have space, I want you to do right leg walking forward lunges. If you don't have space, I want you to do right leg not moving, stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. On this circuit, I want you to mix up your hands as you're doing your right leg. This circuit is right leg. Set one. If you have space, I want you to try to do your right leg walking forward lunge. I know it might be tedious, but you got 2 steps walking forward. I know it sucks. You can turn around. It's tedious, and I get that. But we haven't done walking forward lunges very much. If you do not have space or don't want to do it, you've got your right leg stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. 15 right leg reps. We have 6 sets of right leg. You can either do 6 different sets, or you might find yourself repeating them a couple times, and you'll see. After your 15 reps, set 1 is going to be left hand standing, right obliques 25. Left hand standing, right obliques 25. Yes?
What's after the 10 right rows?
You're on your 10 shoulder press. 10 right row, 10 shoulder press. And then 5 right row, and then 10 chest press. Round 1 of the legs. Right leg was either walking forward lunge, or right leg was not moving, stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. Round 1 was standing, left hand, right oblique, 25. Remember, our hands are going to be a factor. We held on the weight during our rows, so our right hand was worked for a while. We also had some chest, shoulders, and triceps. We now are going to adjust the hands during our legs. If you have room, it's walking reverse lunge. Left leg goes behind you, but your right leg pushes you back. If you don't have room or don't want to do it, it's right leg stationary forward lunge. Remember, this is a right leg circuit. I want you to mix up your hands during your right leg. I'm giving you options if you have space versus not having space. That way you're reminded of potentially doing 6 different right legs. Right leg is always 15. Mix up your hands. I do want this circuit to be slower than what the first and the third circuit will be. So reminder, round 1 was a right leg pulling exercise, either walking forward lunge or stationary reverse lunge. You have the standing left hand right oblique. You'll do that again. Round 2 is, if you have room, right leg walking reverse lunge, 15, or right leg stationary forward lunge, 15. And then you're gonna lay down, right side is up on your double lateral leg lifts. We're gonna do 3 standing obliques so you don't have to get up and down a million times. And you'll do 1 of each of the ground obliques. 25, right side up, double lateral leg lifts. Both legs are moving. Your upper body, you want to have a nice good base, and you do your right side double lateral leg lifts. 25 reps. 25, por favor. So this is slower and bigger and more methodical. We have 6 rounds of right leg and right obliques. You have the 6 rounds of right side balancing, pulling. We'll have the 6 rounds of left side balancing, pulling to do later on with our left leg and left obliques. Now you know why we need to get started earlier. Mix up your hands, but you're gonna do your right leg stationary reverse lunge no matter what. The first one was an option because of space. So again, potentially you're gonna repeat some of your legs. Mix up your hand. It's a right leg circuit. 15, round 3 is right leg not moving, stationary reverse lunge with the knee drive. That knee drive keeps your right glute activated. That is the idea. The goal is that you're not loading your left leg, but you are moving your left leg. So potentially you'll do 3, 4 different legs if you don't have the space, right? When you do get done, I'm not saying you should be done by any means. You're on your standing oblique for the second time. Left hand standing, loaded right obliques.
Chris, what's after the first 25 obliques?
So you have the right leg walking forward lunge or stationary reverse lunge. You have the standing oblique. Round 2 is either right leg walking reverse lunge or stationary forward lunge. You'll then have your laying down right side up double lateral leg lifts.
Got it, thank you.
Round 3, right leg stationary reverse lunge. Right leg is not moving. And then you'll have your standing obliques again. We will do that 3 times. Remember, I've always said it, you guys, everybody has a different tempo to their workout. I'd rather use that word on a workout like today versus pace. I don't mind a little pace, but your pace is supposed to come from lack of rest or more rest, right? Tempo is rhythm of exercise, 2.5 to 3 second reps, good steady reps. Round 4, everybody is on their stationary forward lunge, no matter what, right? We had the option of walking reverse lunges earlier. Mix up your hand on your right leg stepping forward lunge. This could have been round 2 and round 4 based on your space. I promise you we'll do 2 different legs here in a second. I just know you guys miss the lunge progression if you have the space. So round 4, right leg stationary forward lunge, and then you'll lay down, right side is down on your hip dips. If you despise doing hip dips, You can lay down and do right side up double lateral leg lifts again. But I'm hoping you guys are going to go with me on all of the different stuff. Right side down hip dips is round 4. And remember the education. The standing loaded one, pulling. The double lateral leg lifts, pulling. Later on, we'll do the side crunches, pulling. Standing rotations here at the gym, pulling. Hyperextension obliques, pulling. The hip dips is the only pushing oblique exercise. Right side down, pushing your body up. It is not pulling your body up. So you have the walking forward lunge, right, or stationary reverse lunge. You have the walking reverse lunge or the stationary forward lunge. You have the stationary reverse lunge, the stationary forward lunge. Round 5 is your stiff-legged deadlift. Mix up your hands, or this is a set you can hold them in both hands if you need to. Mix up your hands on your right leg, 15 stiff-legged deadlifts. This is set 5. Mixing up your hands on your right leg, stiff-legged deadlifts. Remember, they're not called straight-legged deadlifts. Stiff-legged deadlift. Knee is ever so slightly bent. You are loaded on that right hamstring and glute, and even quad a little bit. And you're lengthening your contracted muscles. You're lengthening a hamstring and a glute only to try to recontract them even more. Right leg balancing, loaded, stiff-legged deadlifts, mixing up your hands, and then you'll do your standing oblique one more time. Weight in the left hand, standing oblique one more time on this side. Remember, this circuit and the 4th circuit are your longer circuits. The upper body ones are a little shorter. Reminder, rounds 1, 3, and 5 was your standing oblique. Round 2 was right side up, double lateral leg lift. Round 4 was right side down, hip dip. And round 6 will be your side crunch when you get there. We have the walking forward lunge, the walking reverse lunge, the stationary forward lunge, the stationary reverse lunge. You have the right leg stiff-legged deadlift. You either do right leg step-ups if you have the tool, or you have your right leg lateral lunge. Weight is either in the middle with your left hand, or in the middle with your right hand, or at the middle with both hands. If you're doing the lateral lunge and a singular weight, I want the weight in the middle. Right leg step-ups or lateral lunges round 6, and then you'll do the side crunches for your last right oblique. Again, that lateral lunge, you step, load, and push. Mix up your hands as you step, load, and push. (15) Right side lateral lunge. 90 reps on the right leg. Clearly we have the left leg to do, but technically that's not very many legs. Monday we didn't do very many legs, right? You did your hips. We had a great movement to start. We had our glutes at the end. On that side crunch, you're laying on your back, knees to your left, right side crunch. 25. Right oblique, right side crunch. Breathe and focus on that right side crunch. I want you working. Moral of the story, if you ever get lost, ask me. If you do this when we record it, you can always pause. But worst case scenario, you've got 6 right leg exercises and your 6 right oblique exercises. You got your 240 right side exercises. That was the intent of the circuit. I'm just going to start talking about it so you don't wait too much. I don't want to have a massive difference in where people are at in their workouts. But we are going to do our left side balancing rows when you're ready. That's your 30 down by 5. You're going to do your chest, shoulders, triceps, shoulders, chest like you did earlier. Again, you don't have to remember all these things. We're then going to do the left leg and left oblique like you did your right leg and right oblique. So, I'm not saying go faster. If you know what to do, do it. When you do your balancing, I want you to balance on either leg. So mix up your legs as you do your left side balancing rows. Mixing up your leg, left side balancing rows. And that'll be 30 down by 5. Make sure you row big and slow. Time under tension is a factor. Weight in your hand is a factor. Balance is a factor. Right, your workout space. All those things are factors. Reminder, round 1 of the left side circuit when you get there. 30 left side balancing rows. 10 on your chest. Whether you do push-ups or you actually physically do a chest press. Remember to finish off your right leg, right oblique circuit. Do not stop doing what you're doing. This is your workout. If you get lost, let me know. Worst case scenario, you have the 6 right leg 15s and the 6 right oblique 25s. 240 right side reps. Round 1 of the upper body combo is your left side balancing 1 arm row, mixing up your legs. You have the 10 pushes. Round 2 is 25 left side balancing rows with your 10 shoulder presses. The pushing is nominal, right? It's 25 to 30 seconds, give or take, and that's getting into position, grabbing your weights, doing the exercise. So the rest for the left side pulling is low with your only 10 reps on the push. So don't push fast. Push heavy, push slow. That'll at least help your left side a little bit. 30 down by 5 on your left side balancing rows. Round 1 was 10 chest. Round 2 is 10 shoulders. Rounds 3 and 4 are your 10 triceps. Remember, this is meant to be a little bit of pace versus the legs and obliques. I'm afraid to use that word because people then try to go fast. And then all you feel is your left hand, your left wrist, your left forearms, your left elbow, your left biceps. And I want your left side traps and lats. I want you to work your back muscles on the left side. Round 3, I'm not saying you should be there, but when you get there, you're on your 20 on your left side balancing rows, and then 10 on your triceps, dips, kickbacks, overheads. So your variability on your pushing comes from tools. Right, you lay on a bench, ball, or ground for your chest press, or you've got your push-ups with different hand positions and tools. Your shoulder press, right? You got dumbbells, barbells, machines, tools, bench, ball you can sit on. Triceps, right? Overheads, dips, kickbacks, bars, ropes. Round 3 is your 20 left side rows and your 10 triceps. Dips, kickbacks, overheads. No rush. Again, a little bit of pace comes from minimizing your rest or increasing your rest, adjusting your rest. Round 5, 15, round 4, my bad. Round 4 is 15 left side rows, and you'll do your 10 triceps again. If you're not there, that's okay. Reminder, left side balancing rows. I'm going to mix up your legs, but your left side balancing rows are 30 down by 5. Your pushes, round 1 and round 6 are chest, round 2 and round 5 are shoulders, rounds 3 and round 4 are triceps. Round 4 is triceps, right? I want 10. If you were at the gym, it would not be very light. It would be pretty heavy. It would slow you down, right? You can lift as fast as you want, but you start getting some heavy weights, it slows you down. You got to think about it before you go do it. Round 4 was 15 balancing rows with your 10 triceps for the last time. Round 5 is your 10 balancing rows with your last 10 shoulders. Lifting fast. If that left hand gets tired, then you don't get your things. Bye, Rob. Have a good day, buddy. If you maintain motion, maintain load, adjust your pace so you're getting your back muscles, your balancing muscles, your pushing muscles, that's what we're going for. Again, left side, 30 down by 5, pulling. Round 6, 5 left side pulls, 10 on your chest. You're technically done with your upper body, but you do need to hold the weight as you do your left leg and your left oblique. So we want to save your hands a little bit. And if you're not there yet, okay, good, I love it. This is your workout, not mine. I like it. Focus. Your workout, your day, your Wednesday. Reminder, get your left side balancing row circuit done at your pace, your tempo, 30 down by 5. You have the 2 sets of chest, the 2 sets of shoulders, the 2 sets of triceps. All your pushing was 10. When you are ready, I'm going to instruct you on your left leg. It's okay if you're not there, where you're supposed to mix up your hands as you do your left leg. Round 1 was either left leg walking forward lunge if you had space, or left leg not moving, stationary reverse lunge if you don't have space, or you simply don't want to do it. Okay, left leg is working for your 15, either walking forward lunge or stationary reverse lunge. Both of those exercises are pulling exercises. Mixing up your hands. So I know you made it through the right side, but remember, worst case scenario is that you have your 6 left leg exercises and your 6 left oblique exercises. 15 on the legs, 25 in the obliques, 240 reps coming your way. Round 1 was that walking forward lunge, and then combo right hand standing is your left obliques. Round 1, round 3, and round 5. Now I know you guys get these workouts a lot, you know, the listen and take instruction workouts. Last Friday was our 100th workout. This Friday and the next couple Fridays, I'm gonna give you guys more worky. So we'll lift a little more on the Monday, Wednesday, and we're gonna sweat and huff and puff a little more on the Fridays. Just so you know, a couple weeks of that. But again, they all blend and come together as they're supposed to. Round 1 was that left leg walking forward lunge or the left leg stationary reverse lunge. You had the standing oblique. Round 2, if you had space, it was the left leg walking reverse lunge, or you had the left leg stationary forward lunge. I just wanted you guys to hear your lunge progression. It's okay if we don't get them all done. The goal is that you pull, you push, you pull, you push, you pull, you push. So it's either getting left leg walking reverse lunge or left leg stationary forward lunge. Mixing up your hands. So it's not an intentional unilateral or bilateral day. However, you are getting your unilateral, which is super loading. You have the same side pulling upper, the same side working lower. That's a unilateral. Your bilateral is one side is loaded and the other side is working. They are not magical by any means. Round 2 is your left side up double lateral leg lifts. Left side is pulling your legs up. Remember, there's only one pushing oblique, and that's the hip dips. All of the other ones are pulling oblique exercises. You might do a rotational ball push, but the actual movement of the exercise is a pulling exercise, even though you could be pushing a ball. So we're on the left leg working, 15 reps with that left leg working. Round 1 was walking forward lunge or stationary reverse lunge. Round 2 is walking reverse lunge or stationary forward lunge. No matter what, round 3 is the left leg not moving, stationary reverse lunge. You're mixing up your hands as you're doing your left leg. Rounds 1, 3, and 5 will be your standing obliques. Rounds 2, 4, 6 will be your ground obliques. Nice, good work today, you guys. Again, I use the word low rep. When we have those 10s on pushes, those are low, maybe slow, maybe heavy. I know the 30 down by 5 doesn't feel like a low rep day, but 3 of the 6 sets are. Left leg and right leg always 20, so a little bit lower than, or sorry, it was 15, a little bit lower than normal. I'm not saying you should be there, but when you get to round 4, left leg stationary forward lunge, and then you'll have your left side down. Oh, sorry, did I miss my obliques? My bad. Round 3 was the stationary reverse lunge, and you have that standing oblique. Oh my gosh, I airballed that one. I know Sunshine's referencing the emblem on the middle of the Oregon football field for how many national championships Oregon has. It's his only comeback to my organ duck jokes. I sent him a reminder, it was last week or 2 weeks ago of the pick, maybe 3 weeks ago. I still have that text saved. I'll save that for you. I'll bring it on another day. Round 5, left leg, sorry, I keep going ahead of myself. Round 4, left leg stationary forward lunge. You want to mix up your hands on your left leg stationary forward lunge. Round 1 was your walking forward lunge or your stationary reverse lunge. Round 2 was your walking reverse lunge or stationary forward lunge. Round 3, stationary reverse lunge. Round 4, stationary forward lunge. Mix up your hands as your left leg is supposed to do all the work. Rounds 1, 3, and 5 are your standing obliques. Weight in your right hand. Round 2 is left side up, double lateral leg lifts. Round 4 is left side down, hip dips. Again, I know this is tedious and methodical. I'm making you think a little bit this morning. That's not very nice. Turn those brains on, turn those bodies on. Remember that round 4, the left side down hip dips. If you hate it, you don't have to do it. However, it is the only pushing oblique exercise. Keep your focus. You're almost done. You have that core warm up today. We engaged our core with the scissors and runners and swimmers and rotational planks and elevator planks and plank swimmers, right? We have that quick little movement of the standing scissors, standing runners, jack-o'-lanes. You have the right side pulling circuit with some pushing. You have the right leg, right oblique circuit, a lot of it. You have the left side pulling with the pushing. Here you are almost done with the left leg circuit and the left oblique circuit. Round 5 is your left leg stiff-legged deadlifts. Mix up your hands. You could hold them in both hands if you need to. Remember, once you start getting tired in your hands and your forearms, you start getting other things. We don't want the other things. I want you focused on your hamstrings, your glutes, your quads, your obliques. Left leg stiff-legged deadlift. 15 is round 5. You'll then do one more standing oblique, and then you have the one more round to go. Big day today, you guys. Friday, lots of little circuits, huffy, puffy, sweaty, breathy, a couple little changes to keep you stimulated. Round 5, left leg, stiff-legged deadlifts, and then weight is in your right hand for your left obliques. We call them TikToks. You can call them standing loaded obliques. The hyperextension that you have at your gym is a same motion but different angle, so the load gets adjusted. The load of this can increase because you don't have the angle of the hyperextension. Round 5, left leg stiff-legged deadlifts. Your last left oblique loaded exercise. When you get to round 6, remember, I'm not saying you should be there. Right? I don't want you to have to push pause a million times if you're watching this recorded. You've got your left leg step-ups if you have the tool, or left leg lateral lunge. If you don't have the tool, remember, I want the weight in the middle on your left leg lateral lunge. If you're holding it in either hand or both hands. Again, if you have the tool, left leg step-ups. Low and heavy is always more quads, higher is always harder, and possibly more hamstrings. So round 6 is your last left leg. I do label it as pushing with a lateral lunge or step-ups. 15 reps. Then you're gonna lay on your back, knees to your right for your left side crunch. So today was 480 legs and obliques. Woo! 210 balancing pulls and a nominal 120 push with a nice smooth 90 rep warm up. That's why we had to get to work today. I apologize for the brief warm up, especially for my 6 a.m. crew. And again, today is Wednesday, Veterans Day. Thank you for anybody that served. I did not have to do that, and I appreciate the opportunity to not have to do that, but for those that did, thank you so much. And have a wonderful Wednesday. Work hard, play hard. If you have today off, recognize, celebrate, thankful. And then Friday is going to be a work day, so bring your work pants. Huffy, puffy, sweaty, breathy.